I'm Joe Balagtas. I'm a professor of agricultural economics at Purdue and the director of the Center for Food Demand at Purdue. The Consumer Food Insights Report is a monthly survey of approximately 1,200 Americans where we at the Center for Food Demand inquire about consumers' preferences and behaviors when it comes to the food they purchase and eat. So we at the Center for Food Demand, through the CFI, have learned that the number one thing that consumers want in their diet, the number one value that they want out of their food is taste. Food, first and foremost, has to be tasty or we will not eat it. Closely behind the values closely behind taste are affordability and then nutrition. Well down the list on values are the environment and social responsibility. So we use the March survey to ask consumers how they feel about cell-cultured meats, the tastiness and healthfulness of it, and whether they'd try it. What's really interesting is that most of our respondents have never tried cell-cultured meat. So people are forming an opinion about what this meat tastes like without yet having tried it. And so that's going to be an obstacle, and it's natural. I think many of us protect ourselves from things that we're not going to like. And so foreign foods that are foreign to us, I think we tend to perceive as either untasty or unhealthy, or we find another reason to justify our non-consumption. And so that'll be an obstacle for the food manufacturers who are trying to sell this product. So this month, we dove into the issue of cell-cultured meat. A year ago, two companies, after receiving approval from federal food regulators, started producing and selling cell-cultured chicken. Cell-cultured meat is meat grown from animal cells in a process that doesn't require the slaughter of animals. Also, that process holds potential, although the science is still out, but potential for reduced environmental impact relative to animal agriculture. In our survey, something like 96, 95, 90% of respondents eat chicken, beef, or pork, right? When we ask respondents whether they'd be willing to try cell-cultured versions of chicken, beef, or pork, a majority of them say yes, but it's about a third less. So 60, 65% of our respondents are willing to try cell-cultured meats. Among respondents who currently eat chicken, beef, and pork, about a third of them tell us they would not be willing to try cell-cultured versions of those meats. So there's an obstacle there. When we dig a little deeper and ask people why they may or may not try cell-cultured meats, a couple things jump out at us. One is that respondents tell us that cell-cultured meat is less tasty than the animal-based versions, conventional versions of chicken, beef, and pork. Moreover, respondents tell us that cell-cultured meat is less healthful than the conventional chicken, beef, and pork that we could all buy in the grocery store. So it seems like tastiness, healthfulness, perceived tastiness, and perceived healthiness are a potential obstacle for these cell-cultured technologies.